Hello, I'm Roya, and I'm going to talk to you about my favorite series and trilogies. I decided to make this video today because I just read this beautiful, beautiful thing, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I finally read it. I hear so many good things about it. I finally read it. And even though I haven't read any further in the series, this is just the first book, I had to still talk about it anyway. I think that one thing that I liked the best about it is the fact that the character, the main character, has such a complex backstory already. Like, so much stuff has already happened to her before the book even starts. And I mean, that's what makes her such a well-developed, really good character and everything, because it's actually a lot rarer than you would think that a main character is that complex, because a lot of times the main character is really bland while all the characters around them are, a lot more complex. But this is a case where, the main character is clearly like the best character in the whole thing. She's so awesome, and the whole story is just amazing, and just like, yeah, if you're not reading this series, get on it because it kicks ass. So obviously I have to mention Harry Potter. The Harry Potter series is obviously a timeless classic and a big favorite of mine as well, but I don't think I even have to talk about it that much anymore because everyone knows what it's about. So next we've got, the Song of Ice and Fire series, better known as A Game of Thrones if you've seen the show. This is the first book, A Game of Thrones. I wish that I could wipe my memory of it so I could read it for the first time all over again. I can't, because that's impossible. So, just this book, it's about 7 kingdoms that were once independent, but now they're not. They're under the rule of one king, and like there are so many characters in the whole thing that kind of I don't know, just everyone's sort of a main character in it. He doesn't really give the spotlight to any like one character. Each character in it could be like their own book entirely. Next we have Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood. This is the first book in the Maddaddam trilogy. The second one is The Year of the Flood, and the third one is Maddaddam. This is, I talked about it in an earlier video, I believe. This book it centers around this guy named Jimmy who just all this crazy shit happens to him, and his best friend winds up kind of causing the apocalypse, basically. And like, setting is really good. A lot of the book is kind of told in flashback, all that stuff. The second book, we get new main characters, and the main character from this one is still in it, but actually all the main characters from this one are still in it, but it's not from their perspective anymore. And it's still basically, it's not really told in flashback, but it kind of goes through the whole thing again. Just the setting is brilliant, just all the stuff they come up with in it. I explained in an earlier video that they're able to grow meat without killing an animal. They grow hair extensions on the backs of animals. All kinds of just weird stuff. It's just freaking brilliant. It's awesome. Just go read it. Another favorite of mine is the Mara Dyer trilogy. I've talked about this in a previous video as well. I don't have one to show you, but the first one is the Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. The second is the Evolution of Mara Dyer, and the third one is the Retribution of Mara Dyer. And that's a really awesome series. It's about a girl who has serious PTSD from seeing her friends die, but at the same time she's discovering like a weird ability where she can kill people with just a thought, just thinking like, oh, I wish this person would die, and then they actually die that way, exactly the way she pictured it. And so she thinks she's going crazy, and in a way she kind of is, because she does have like serious PTSD from watching her friends die and all that stuff, but at the same time like some weird shit is actually happening to her, and you're not really sure if she's crazy or not, or how much of what's happening is caused by her being crazy and what's not. All kinds of stuff. It's just a brilliant, brilliant series, and the romance in it actually really, really adds to the plot. It's not just there for the sake of there being romance in it. It's actually like really, really good. And at one point you think that her love interest died, and it's like so heartbreaking. Like, it's crazy. Another favorite series of mine is the Noble Dead series. The first one is Dhampir. The second one is Thief of Lives. I don't even remember what all the titles are because there's so many books in this series so far. The authors come up with a new one every year, without fail, like to the day every year. But it's basically like it's so weird. I mean, it combines like elves and stuff with like it and like high fantasy kind of with like vampires and stuff like that. It's kind of medieval. It's really crazy. Like the characters are really complex. I mean, like for instance, that dude Liesel is like he gets drunk all the time and he's just like spending all his money on alcohol, and then you find out basically it's because he used to be an assassin and he had to kill all these people that he didn't want to and all this stuff. And then like she that's the main character Magyar, and she's a really awesome character as well. Like she's just such a badass and she kicks butt. Is the second one. Look at this dog's eyes. Like he looks so funny. Like seriously, he just like suddenly his eyes are like really wide. And yeah, I mean the covers are really funny too. For instance, Magyar kind of looks like Catherine Tate a little bit. She looks even more like Catherine Tate on the cover of, I think it's the third or fourth book, which I don't have with me. She looks exactly like her, and I'm just kind of like, why? That's really weird. Like they almost get different people to do the art almost every time or something like that, or maybe it is the same artist but their style just slightly changes. I don't know. Okay, another series that I have to tell you about is the Dark Queen series, which the first one's the Dark Queen, the second one is the Courtesan, the third one is the Silver Rose, the fourth one is the Huntress, the bloody bloody blah, etc., etc. I don't remember how many there are. There are only like 8 or something, and I think it's finished now. I'm not totally positive. Don't quote me on that. There are a lot of time jumps throughout the series, but at the beginning, the 3 main characters are these like French healer women on an island who are all sisters, and they kind of have like just weird complex crap happen to them. It takes place in like olden day France and stuff like that. And it's really awesome. That's a series that you should seriously check out. It's a lot more obscure. Not a lot of people know about it, and that makes me kind of sad. In high school, my best friend and I used to get that book for so many people. We just wanted to introduce it to as many people as possible, the first book, just because it was so awesome. And yet I don't even have a copy for myself. I've bought it for so many people as presents and everything, but I don't even own a copy. It's like stupid. Um, but it's freaking brilliant. Those are my favorite series. I have a couple more as well, but I couldn't even fit them into this video. There are just too many good ones out there. I hope you enjoyed my selection. What are some of your favorite series, whether or not they were mentioned in this video? You should leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!